I want to direct my questions to you, Mr. Volk, because I have two rural pollution problems that I want to address. One is in Morrow County, and for decades, people have had an accelerating level of nitrates in their water to where it's way above safety now, and they're experiencing all kinds of health problems. They are adjacent to an area that does have a public water system. The DWIA grants, the $35 billion that we've directed to DWIA, wouldn't that be appropriate money to be spent to connect these folks to a public water system that's free of nitrates? Isn't that kind of the purpose?
Yes, Senator, I believe that those would be, questions to ask your Department of Environmental Quality or whoever runs the SRF, but definitely could be, part of the supplemental funding. That's just extra additional funding, and there was additional subsidies that could be used there. They could use their base funding, but definitely could be something to get those users on a reliable quality source of water.
But isn't that kind of the core purpose of the DWIA money, is to help folks in rural areas be able to address this kind of challenge?
Senator, definitely, it would be up to each state to divvy that money up how they see fit.
Right. So I want to turn to another challenge in Crook County. And in Crook County, we've had in 2022 a whole bunch of residents who have a very, very high level of manganese has appeared in their water. Now, Canada has a limit of 120 micrograms, and the World Health Organization, 80 micrograms. EPA is at 300 micrograms. The estimate for the impact on memory, attention, and motor skills in children is when there's 120 to 400 micrograms. And 10 of the 13 nearby family wells have tested over the EPA 300 level, and one well tested at over 1,000 micrograms. And so people are incredibly worried about their health. The calves are dying. At Billy Johnson's dairy, a record number of cows have been dead. Same story at Brian Zednick's place. A farmer, Dick Zimmerly, said, "It just chapped my backside that Goliath could get away with running over everybody else." And the Goliath in this case is a gravel pit that opened nearby. In this case, there is no public water system nearby to tap in. What can these funds in DWIA do to help our rural farmers and families that are being impacted in such a fashion?
Senator, I can only tell you what we've done in North Dakota over the last 50 years. We've have a great network of rural regional systems that would provide water to that farmer. We've worked hard on it, and I know the manganese is an issue in North Dakota. We've been able to use the funding through the emerging contaminant section. That's eligible use, and that is at 100% subsidy. So if they were able to hook up to a regional supplier like we've done in North Dakota, that would be an option for those rural residents and farmers.
And you're talking about piped water, right?
Correct.
But if people are too far away from a pipe system to make that feasible, is there other things that these funds can do?
Senator, I'm not exactly sure. We'd have to get back to you on that.
Okay. Well, Madam Chair, I just want to provide for the record several articles about both the nitrates in Morrow County and the challenge faced there for health, and also about the manganese in Crook County. I think these two instances are examples of the sorts of challenges that people face. And it isn't just the farmers and ranchers. The families' water systems, that is, as there's their pipes, their filters, their water heaters, their toilets are filling up with black sludge, massive corrosion of their pipes. They can't sell their their homes, they're afraid to raise their children, but they can't afford to move. It seems to me like these are exactly the sorts of things that we're trying to provide funds for in DWEA to assist, and I want us to find a way to help these communities out.